What's up, guys? So this is going to be April's collection update. Uh, just got back from my honeymoon today. I'm tired. All the wedding stuff is officially over. And I decided to do an update today because I figured, why the fuck not? I got a lot of shit to show. I got some extra time. You're probably going to hear the birds squawking in the background throughout the video because they've been cooped up in the cage for the past 4 or 5 days, so they're happy to be out and have a little freedom, even though they don't deserve it because they're assholes. But anyways, like I said, I got a lot to show, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, we'll start off with the tapes. We got some Drowning the Light. This is 10th Region of the Night. Put out on Tour de Garde, just a plain black tape. The lighting is really shitty, so I apologize in advance for that. But then again, if if anybody is complaining about the lighting, it's coming from a bunch of people that listen to a bunch of, noisy music, so yeah, insert with all that cool stuff in there. Not one of my favorite Drowning the Light releases, but I didn't have that one on tape, so I had to get that one to fill that little gap in the collection. And the next up we have Riddle of the Pentagram. So this was the first demo cipher thing. And I can't remember which album this coincided with. It might have been Varkolasi Rising, but I could be wrong. And just another plain black tape. So yeah, basically you got this tape if you were one of the people that solved the cipher. Obviously I wasn't, I just bought this off somebody. And it was limited to 20 copies. Yeah, really good demo. This one is really good. And of course, you can get that compilation CD now that has all of the cipher demos on it, the Sigils and Ciphers compilation. So for those of you that didn't know that, but yeah. So that's Riddle of the Pentagram. Next up we have Dub Book, and I believe this is their first album. It's either the first or second. Can't remember off the top of my head. And it's just a plain clear tape. Fold out little booklet there, lyrics on the inside. So Dub Book I have only talked about one other time on my channel, and it's been a while. Really good stuff. Basically sounds like Nocturnal Mortem, though I think these guys are a slightly, I don't know if folky is the word I'm looking for. They go in kind of a slightly different direction than Nocturnal Mortem, but it's still along the same kind of like spectrum of black metal. So if you like Nocturnal Mortem, definitely check out Dub Book, because this shit is definitely right up your alley. I'll have a link for that in the description. And next up we have Odal, Sturmey's Brute. Honestly, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if this is a fucking dub, because it kind of looked like one when I first got it, but whatever. Yep, first album from probably one of my favorite German black metal bands, and just all around underrated band in general. I mean, Odal does not have one bad release. So Odal, Sturmey's Brute. Alright, next up, I got some Vathana dubs to show. So this is demo 2. And again, these are dubs. These are not legit. But it's got the entire identical layout to the original. There was somebody not too long ago that was selling a bunch of them on eBay, and people were paying like $100+ for them. And I'm like, and the guy wasn't hiding the fact that they were dubs. It was stated in the description, and people were still paying obscene prices for them. And it's like, I realize Vathana stuff is very hard to find, even just stuff like this, but it's a dub. Why are you dumbasses paying $100 for a dub? Like, come on. But anyways, demo 2, this shit is very fucking noisy. The first 2 Vathana demos are, for me, are almost on the brink of unlistenable just because they're so fucking noisy and raw. But you do, when you listen to it, you do hear, when you can hear those fucking riffs, it's just like, yeah, you know, this is Vathana and it's good. So, yeah. So that's demo 2. And then we have demo 5. Again, just like the other one, full complete layout on 2 tapes. Here's the insert. So the guy I got these from, I got it from a guy on fucking T-Shirt Slayer, from out of all fucking places. And I just sent him an offer for the ones that I wanted, and he accepted, so I got all of these for insanely good prices. But yeah, there's demo 5. Probably the fucking best Vathana release, in my opinion, is demo 5. That shit is fucking awesome. And then we have demo 6. Yeah, anyways, some guy on T-Shirt Slayer, I'm not sure if he still has copies. I'm sure if you went on there and just searched Vathana, you'll probably see his listing. There's that. I know we're all still crossing our fingers for Kenny to allow more of those Vathana reissues. Because goddamn, I would love to have, like this one and demo 5 especially, get a nice vinyl treatment. That would be really nice. And then the last one I picked up was Fuck Tongue. I don't know how to pronounce it. So this one originally did not have a cassette release at all, so this is essentially a bootleg, or this one is. This one was originally only released on a 7-inch. There's the fold out. Yeah, I mean, they're good quality dubs. The sound is decent on them, so I couldn't complain. Alright. Move on to the CDs now. Let's put these guys up here. Get those out of the way. Alright. First up is a band that have been talking about plenty on this channel. And I just went ahead and picked up a CD copy of this because my favorite album from the band, I wanted it on CD. Acherontis, Theosis. I think this is the second CD pressing. The first press was a digipack. I mean, you guys know me. I usually try to go after the first press CDs where I can, but in a case where it was a digipack, I was like, yeah, no. So I settled with this one. So there's that. Best Acherontis album, in my opinion. Next up, this is one I've talked about on the channel before, and I think in my last update I showed a tape. I think it was the last update. Diabolical Full Moon, The Pagan Wolves Will Rise Again, keeping the spirit of 90s Polish black metal alive. And I believe this is the recent CD reissue on Signal Rex. So apparently, there is 2 different recordings of this album. One is with a different vocalist, I think, which I think is this one. I don't know why they re-recorded it, or re-recorded the vocals or whatever with a different vocalist. I don't know. I don't remember what the reason for that was. But anyways, excellent, excellent stuff. More people should be talking about this instead of talking about Old Nick and Bloody Keep and gay shit like that. So, yeah. Go check out Diabolical Full Moon. Next up, we have some more Drowning the Light. The recent full length. This is Haunter of the Deep. So, this album is fucking great. Major From the Abyss vibes on this one. I was not expecting that at all. As soon as I heard that first single, I was like, dude, this album's gonna be awesome. Like, just... And sure enough, it was. It did not disappoint. So much better than the past couple of albums. Yeah, really good album. For sure a favorite of this year. And next up we have Ghost of a Flea, which is an EP that came out at the same time. And then after this I'll be showing the other one as well. So there's that. Single page booklet. This EP also is very good. A lot of really strong material on this. I mean, he really knocked it out of the park with these 3 recent releases that he did. And then we have the third one. This is Lurker of the Void. My only gripe is that I really wish he would have just put Lurker of the Void and Ghost of the Flea on the same CD. Because I think both EPs are under 20 minutes. So, but whatever. That's my only complaint. I understand the concept of wanting them to be heard by themselves as like a standalone entity, but it's just for the consumer it sucks, because then we have to buy, we have to buy an extra $15 CD, so. So there's that. New Drowning the Light shit. Alright, next up we have the 3-way split between Signarvalen, Blessed in Sin, and Krystalnacht, called Gathered Under the Banner of Concilium. So this is the second pressing. The first one, I think a different label put out the first one. Maybe not, I could be wrong. But anyways, the first press has an alternate cover. compared to this one, which I do prefer that one, but that one is a lot harder to find than this one was, so I had to settle for this one. And then this press also, I don't know if the first one did or not, but this one includes the of Elitism and War release as well. So there's that. And then this was one of those things where I was just like, I really wanted this on CD, and I can't remember who stocked it. Might have been Hell's Headbangers, and I was just like, I'm just going to pick this up because I really want it on CD. And it's such a great fucking album. And, of course, I'm talking about War Moon Lord, Burning Banners of the Funeral War. Everyone's already heard this. Everyone knows that it's good. I don't need to fucking talk about this release at all. It's just an outstanding album. And I believe this is the most recent CD pressing on Wolfspell. Alright, and then the last CD we have, this is Winter Funeral. And if memory serves me correctly, I believe this was the first full-length. These guys only had like 2 or 3 albums. Not even that, I don't think. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the first album. But I could be wrong. Yeah. So there's that. And then it came like this. It came on a CDR. And that in this kind of case, no back cover or anything. And I think it's just, yeah, it's just a single page. So yeah, good French black metal. I've been looking for some more Winter Funeral for a while, and I had the opportunity to grab this off eBay, so I said, fuck it, I'm grabbing it. So yeah. I'll have a link for that in the description as well. So you guys can check that out if you haven't heard it. It's not really a French band that most people talk about, but they did have some good stuff. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the records, of which there is a lot of. Alright, I'll pull everything out here. So I know there's a few things I can get out. Alright, we're going to talk about Acherontis one last time. This is the debut album. This is the only album that I didn't have. So I'm glad I was finally able to pick up a copy. I actually grabbed this when I was at Metal Threat a couple weeks ago. Which, goddamn, that was such a fucking shit show of a fest. Anyways, Gatefold. And put out on Zyklon B Productions, limited to 250 copies, and this is number 17. Came with this poster, which is a very nice poster. And there was 2 different variants. There was this gray vinyl, which is the one that I have, and then I think the other one was like some kind of splatter vinyl or some shit. So I think it was 250 on gray vinyl. Or was it 250 all around? I don't remember. If you really want to fucking know, just go check Discogs, because I don't remember. Yeah, the sticker just says limited edition 250 copies gray vinyl. So I don't know if it was like 250 gray and 250 of the other kind, or 250 altogether between both variants. I don't remember. But anyways, excellent album. Second favorite after Theosis. Alright. Next, I'm going to talk about some French black metal. We have Base Mahache with Vive la Mort. And this is an EP. Most recent reissue on the same label that's been doing all of the recent Base Mahache reissues. So, yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Nice gatefold. And then I believe this was just black vinyl. Yep. Excellent EP all around. Can't say anything bad about it. Next, we're going to talk about a French album that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot. It's kind of been seeing a little bit of more popularity just because it just recently got reissued on Impure Wedding, which is what this is. This is the Impure Wedding reissue of it. And this is Baccarat with their, I believe this is their only full length, but I could be wrong. Gatefold with lyrics, and then it just comes on black vinyl. Yeah, this album is fucking awesome. Excellent songwriting, just great fucking riffs. Definitely one of the like gems of French black metal. So, if you have not heard this one, definitely go give this a listen. Just got reissued, so it should still be available. It might still only be available from Impure Wedding, but if it is, if it is, you can't find it anywhere else, it's totally worth picking up. I think they also reissued it on CD and tape as well, so if you prefer those as opposed to vinyl, there's also that. But, yeah. Excellent album. I'll have a link for it in the description. Like, trust me, this is... Out of all the things I'm going to show in this video, this is one of the ones I recommend the most out of everything in this video. So, definitely go check this album out. Alright, these next couple I literally just talked about, so I'm not going to spend... I'm just going to kind of show the layout and everything, and that's it. Since I literally just talked about them. Journey to Light, Haunter of the Deep, vinyl release on Iron Bonehead, and I just have the black vinyl, so no point in pulling out the record or anything. Just gonna keep this one real quick. And then they did for the record what should have been done for the CD releases. They put Ghost of a Flea and Lurker of the Void on the same release, so was glad to see that. Gatefold, and again I just have the black vinyl. Every time Nuclear War Now gets almost any of these kind of Iron Bonehead reissues in stock. Because they usually will post them, they'll make an Instagram post saying, you know, we just saying what the release is, you know, they have it in stock and whatnot. There's always some faggot in the comments asking if they have colored vinyl. I'm fucking tired of seeing those comments. Like, is the record itself not enough for you fucking people? Jesus. That's just one that I see all the time, and it's usually for the Drowning the Light releases. Like, don't listen to vinyl. Don't listen to music, rather, if you're going to complain about not being able to get a color variant. Alright, moving on. I'm going to talk about some Finnish black metal. This is Empire of Theraphyta with Distant Echoes Through Blood Infinite. Compilation of everything released under the Empire of Theraphyta name before it was later changed to Moon Citadel. And the release comes with some liner notes from Stormheight. So you got that, and then you got some lyrics on another sheet. And it's just on black vinyl. And it's just put out through Out of the Dungeon. So then I know some of you right now are probably thinking, man, did you spend $40 on shipping to get that record? Because, you know, Out of the Dungeon put it out. Well, I didn't buy this from Out of the Dungeon. You know what the funny part was that I bought this from, I actually was able to grab this from a distro here in the US. I couldn't believe it either. I thought for sure this is going to be one of those records that I was going to have to just, you know, one day just say fuck it and just spend that crazy amount on shipping from Out of the Dungeon, but nope. Grabbed it from a distro in the US. I think it was Material Worlds Records. I don't know. But yeah. Excellent stuff. Finnish black metal at its best, in my opinion. Great stuff. Alright. Moving on. I'm going to move to Poland now. Just going to go ahead and pull everything out ahead of time. There's still one more thing in here. That. Alright. This is Evil Feast, Mysteries of the Nocturnal Forest. And now I finally have all Evil Feast albums on vinyl. This is the last one I was missing, because this one has not been reissued since this reissue came out in 2018. Put out through Temple of Darkness Records, limited to 500 copies. Gatefold with lyrics. And then each copy comes with a certificate of authenticity, numbered. So I got number 484 out of 500. And then this is just a flyer. I don't even know why I showed that, but it's a flyer. And then black vinyl, but they did put this killer etching on side D that I have to show. It's going to be kind of hard to see because the lighting is so shitty, but you can kind of make it out there. So, yeah. So Evil Feast is one of those bands I kind of find myself jumping around between what my favorite album is. I always find myself saying it's this one, it's Mysteries of the Nocturnal Forest. sometimes it's Winter Moon Enchantment, sometimes it's Lost Horizons of Wisdom. I think it really just depends. But I want to hear your guys' opinions. What do you guys think the best Evil Feast album is? I'm not joking. I'm genuinely curious as to what your favorite Evil Feast album is, because a lot of times I can't decide. It's just every album is just perfect. Nobody creates the atmosphere like Grim Spirit does. There's just something about the way, I don't know what the fuck the guy does, but he does it perfectly. And there's just no other atmospheric black metal band can create what he creates. So that's Mysteries of the Nocturnal Forest. And hopefully we're going to get that new Evil Feast album soon, because I heard it's coming. I just don't know when. But it's been a long time since the last one. Alright. Gonna go to Australia now. This is Lament in Winter's Night with Infernal Dreams of My Arcane Realms. And I believe... I think this is a compilation of demos, if memory serves me correctly. Released on Livor Mortis. There's no insert or anything. And as you can see, Livor Mortis finally upgraded to actual sleeves. When he first posted that on social media, I was like, holy shit, he finally decided to stop being cheap. The rich Finnish guy decided to stop being cheap. Who would have thought, right? So yeah, side A, side B. I swear, I'm going to get assassinated one of these days talking all the shit I do, but hey, someone's got to say it. No one else does, so, you know, someone's got to say the shit that no one else will. But yeah, Lament in Winter's Night, excellent Australian black metal from the Seer. The guy, or I think it's a chick, actually, but whoever it is has a shit ton of great projects. Some better than others, and there's even a few that I just don't really care for. But Lament in Winter's Night is definitely the best one, without a doubt. So definitely go check out this project if you haven't. Excellent, excellent black metal. Australian black metal. But anyways, coming off that comment, I don't know if I should talk about that on here, because he probably doesn't want me to say anything, so I'll save that one for next time. That's okay. You guys will hear about it. Alright, moving on. I was going to talk about something else, but it's going to be a little bit of drama between some other Finnish guys, but I was like, you know what? He probably doesn't want me to talk. He probably wouldn't want me to say anything, but that conversation could come up in a different video. Alright. Next up, we have Moonblood with Frozen Tears of a Vampire, and yet more Moonblood reissues from Iron Bonehead because they just don't know when to stop. And of course, I keep buying them because I like Moonblood. And these all fucking look the exact same as the other ones. There's no fucking difference, except for the fucking band picture is different in each release. Vinyl all look the same. The inserts all look the fucking same. So that's Frozen Tears of a Vampire. One of the better Moonblood releases. As far as like the rehearsals and shit go, that one is definitely one of the better ones. And then the second one is Once There Was Darkness. The album covers on these were really fucking nice, though, compared to some of the other ones that they did. gatefold. This one's a double LP. No point in showing the records. Like I've said before, if you've seen one of these Moonblood reissues, you've seen them all, because the only fucking difference is the cover and the picture in the gatefold. The little picture in the gatefold, that's it. Everything else is literally identical. Alright. Moving on to some Finnish black metal. Definitely one of the better Finnish bands going right now. I mean, these guys are just fucking insane musicians. This is Moonlight Sorcery with Piercing Through the Frozen Eternity. And I know a lot of people have been talking about this band over the last year or so, so I'm sure most of you have heard this, or at least have heard of this band. So I believe this is the most recent. There's been a few different pressings so far of this, I think, or variants or whatever. Put out through Avant Garde Music. And the version I got is this white with blue, or not white, clear vinyl with blue shit in the middle. And then comes with this printed inner sleeve. You got lyrics, picture of the band. So the best way, I think, to describe this band, or at least this release in particular, I think the only other Finnish band I think that even comes close to sounding like Moonlight Sorcery is probably Moon Citadel. It's probably the only other band I can think of that would remind me of, or that's the only other band that would come to mind listening to this, and it's mainly just because of like the guitars. Like, that's pretty much it. You guys might listen to it and be like, well, where the fuck are you getting that from? Well, that's just kind of, that's what I hear coming from it. But anyways, excellent band. Highly recommended. Moonlight Sorcery, Piercing Through the Frozen Eternity. And that was their first EP from last year, I believe. And then this next one, this is their recent EP from this year. This is Nightwind, the Conqueror from the Stars. So yeah, a big fucking change from the previous album cover. Like that one's like major 90s Swedish black metal vibes, and then you go to this one, which is just completely fucking different. This one almost looks like it could have been like a fucking Marduk album cover in the 90s, but whatever. So again, I'm pretty sure this photo was definitely taken from that same session. Printed inner sleeve, front and back, got lyrics. And the variant I got is clear vinyl with like red marble in the middle, but it's kind of hard to see the red, but it's definitely there. Good EP. I feel like this one was shorter than the other one, but I could be fucking wrong. There's also a cover on here. They do an Agatus cover. If that's something that strikes your fancy. I don't really care one way or another. When I first listened to them back to back, I think I preferred this EP more, but when I listened to them again recently, I was like, I don't know, I think I prefer the first release more. But anyways, we'll see what these guys do next. Hopefully next we'll get like a full length or something, and then, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, as far as musician or music-wise, it's pretty much the same thing as what was on the previous EP. So go check out Moonlight Sorcery if you haven't. Alright, next up we got some Motley Crue. I really only need to pull out one of these, so we'll just do that. The only Motley Crue album I did not have on vinyl. This is New Tattoo. Again, it should have been pretty obvious that this was a bootleg. It's just another one of those albums that they refused to officially reissue. Comes on a double LP with bonus tracks. One of them was an unreleased song, and then the rest of this shit is just live tracks I don't really give a shit about. But, yeah. And then comes on this kind of reddish vinyl. There's so much fucking retarded ass drama going on with this band right now, it's not even funny. It's like, it's to the point now where they've become the band that they didn't want to be, and it's very painful to watch. I mean, this, as you guys know, this is one of those bands that will always be very special to me, but the amount of respect I have for them just keeps dropping every fucking day. And I'm... yeah, it's fucked. They should have just fucking stayed retired like they were supposed to. And just left it at that. Because now all the drama and stuff is just ruining their fucking legacy. So. But anyways, I prefer to kind of not think about that fucking pile of shit and then just focus on the fucking music. But anyways, New Tattoo was essentially their return back to their sleazy kind of rock style from the later 80s albums. Because before this you had the self-titled one with John Corabi, which was basically them trying to, compete with what was coming out at that time. You had all the grunge bullshit coming out at the time. And then later on you had Generation, which that is a great album, by the way, the 94 album. And then you had Generation Swine, which is them. Again, it's like... And the whole reason why that album sounded the way it did was because of Nicky and Tommy, because they're trend hoppers, and they always have been. But I do still like that album, obviously. But yeah, so this was a return to form. It's not my favorite Crue album, it's not the best, but it does have a lot of good songs on here. There's a couple on here that I could do away with, but Hell on High Heels, First Band on the Moon, Fake, the title track. There are some good tunes on here. And then actually, one of the bonus tracks on here, Time Bomb, is a better song than a lot of the other songs that ended up on the album. It's always kind of funny how that happens. But anyways, New Tattoo. Alright, we're going to go back to France one more time. This is Sombre Chemin with Notre Heritage Ancestral. I believe this is the second full length. Gatefold with lyrics. Put out through Sabbath Fire Records, limited to 514 copies, and I have number 56. And comes on this brown vinyl. Love me some Sombre Chemin. If there's ever a couple of things by this band that I want reissued badly, it's that first that one early, I think it's a demo. I think it starts with an L. I think it's like Legion something. I don't remember. It's one of the earlier demos or whatever. And then desperately want a vinyl reissue, or not or a vinyl release of the first album, Doctrine, because that's never gotten one. So maybe one day that stuff will see a nice reissue, but you know, I guess it doesn't help that the band isn't active. But we'll see. You never know. Anything's possible. All right, and the last record of the video. This is Source de Glace with a compilation of split material. And they just put this out on vinyl, CD, and tape, so you can get it on all three formats. I don't know what the fuck that was. I think it was just a flyer. That was just a download code. Which, I'm not going to show that because I might actually use that. Printed inner sleeve, lyrics. And then I don't know if all copies came on this variant or just some. But it's kind of like a snowy kind of vinyl. Gray with black. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of snowy landscape, which is expected from this band. That's pretty much what this band makes you feel like when you listen to their music. So yeah, there's that. Again, put out on Osmos, but there were a couple of US distros stocking this. I know Arcane Altar is where I got mine from, and last time I checked, they still had copies. So, yeah. That's it. Alright. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll see now that things aren't as crazy. Maybe I'll be able to start getting back to the monthly videos instead of bi-monthly, but we'll see. Yeah. See you in the next one. Take care, everyone.